I'm AbjectGamer.com here, taking a look at the new non-combat exploration MMORPG Wonder. Now, I've seen a lot of reviews of this game and decided to make my own. Otherwise, people just see shit posts like Kotaku's article that have a non-MMORPG player playing an MMORPG. The fuck? Okay, but that aside, most people are intrigued by the game Wonder. Yeah, and they should be. It's a very curious little game. It has no combat. There's no death as far as I know. I don't know if the devs are going to add in later or not. Hopefully they don't. You're supposed to learn about the lore of the game as you explore the forest and be one with nature. So, while exploring the forest, you will find several types of stones. There are narrative stones that will teach you about the lore within the game, and hint at transformation stones that you can find. Transformation stones are just as they sound. They're for players to gain access to the start forms within the game. So you got a form that's a tree, like Treebeard, Lords of the Rings, a giant tree ant doing your thing. You have your human form, or hero as they call it. You have the griffin form, allows you to fly, which is fucking awesome, favorite form out of the whole game. And you have a form called the Azertosh, which is a water dragon type lizard. Great for swimming, obviously. And finally, you have language stones, because in this game, there is no in-game chat. You have to learn the sign language of the game if you want to communicate with somebody that's not on the TeamSpeak or eventual with you. Or you can be like me and play tic-tac-toe while you're traveling. So hands down, my favorite part about the game is, flying around as a griffin. I just love flight. Like, the islands are really huge in this game, so there's a lot of travel time. Even while you're flying, the griffin speed's kind of slow right now. I'm hoping that they'll go and add some form of speed boost or some type of dive mechanic to the griffin. But for what it is right now, it's fairly solid. You see me flying, past some trees. You see the waterfall, and the game is gorgeous. The scenery is really nice to look at. This is like on a high setting right here for my system. I'm doing at least 30-35 FPS, roughly on a Radeon 5750. And look at the water coming up. Oh my god. No complaints from me about the graphics of this game. Look right here, I'm just diving off the top of the largest rock I could find floating in the air, following the waterfall all the way down. He doesn't love skydiving. Thankfully, I can't die. Now, there have been some complaints about the animation of the game, which they don't bug me that much. You can tell that they're pretty basic, but I don't think that they have a very large team for Wonder. Another thing missing from the game is footprints across the sand. I'm not sure if that got overlooked or if it's in a patch and they just haven't put it in yet. Now you're underwater, you have rays of light coming through from the surface, which looks really cool. The flora looks very nice. Possibly a bit cartoony, so it depends on your taste. For me, it looks fine. It's a fantasy game, so it's their world. I have no problem with it. There's a little bit of pop in, as the rendering distance doesn't seem to be that far, but that could be because I'm on the high settings, which is fine to me. I'm not sure how it is on the PlayStation. This is the PC version after all. I know there's a lot of issues with the PlayStation version of this game, but there's been at least 15 patches since the launch that they don't have on the PlayStation system yet because of how PlayStation does patching. Hashtag PC Master Race. That being said, there are a few things that they could go back and add, or hopefully will go and add in the next iterations of patches. Like, while you're underwater swimming, as you can see me in the Azertosh form right now, you press W to go up and also go forward. It's kind of clunky. To go underwater or to go up, it's like at a gradual pace. It's alright, but I'd like if they had some directional forms so you could actually dive down, go straight up. They'd make it a lot more fluid. A fun aspect of playing as human mode, you get to do some sweet aerial tricks. Hopefully I plan to add some more of these. Got my X game jumps down, ready to go. Now this right here is one of the narrative stones in the game.
It is sheer luck that staying outside during the next storm happened to return me home. Perhaps there is some way to predict the pattern of the storms. I can't count how many have been taken from us, never to be seen again.
Now this section is the map. As you can see, large structures, you have the islands. All areas aren't covered in fog or where I have been. There's a lot more islands around this map, which you can't get to. I'm assuming they're going to open that up eventually as they grow the game. You got stone writings on the background for the language, and you have each stone for the transformations. This is where you come every time you want to change your form. Hopefully they'll add hotkeys for that later. That's all for my review / overview of Wonder. For a non-combat exploring MMORPG, I had fun. If you think that's something you're into, check it out. If you want something with combat, this ain't the place. Like the video, dislike the video, leave a comment, do whatever you want. Enjoy my tree dubstep.